coming, he had it coming. He took a flower in its prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. Trump and Epstein were flying high. Now you might be asking yourself, Calamity, none of these people are Trump. And you are right. You are so smart. In fact, it's kind of weird that they have cells that are not supposed to have this many people in them, and they are clearly going way past capacity and expecting to continue doing so. Otherwise, why wouldn't they spread out these 50 men, actually 100, they're just in 2 cells, into 4 cells? Why have 103 men parceled out in such a weird way? And then a couple days later you can see that they didn't even put male or female. If you were wondering where I got this information, I'm putting a link somewhere on the screen right now. Find it. Why would they not say if there are men and women in different cells? Why would they leave this out? Seems very important in a penitentiary system. Even though this is not a penitentiary system, this is actually a civil system, which is weird that we separate them. We say they are criminals. Bad. Have you had any beds? Yeah. Onwards. Yes, this is another day. This is a different day, but the same facility. Notice, T. In the Trump world, there are only 2 genders, male and female, and there is nothing else. And if you're non-binary like me, well, just, you know, whatever. But they have a T as a gender. And now, I did not change what they wrote. It was MFMT. So my assumption is that it's a trans individual. 6 men in 1 single cell, which is way beyond capacity. And then we have 19 women, and then we have 43 men, and then an empty room for funsies. And then 1 single trans person just dealing with life on their own, because even though Republicans say that there are only 2 genders, when it comes to making records of things, there are more than 2 genders. Weird. These numbers come out of Baltimore, Maryland. A blue state. Now in this facility, they gave menstruating women diapers. Classy. They used restraints on people even when they were not endangered because they were making noise. How disruptful. Oh my gosh. People were lying head to toe in this concentration camp. Let's start calling it what it is, a concentration camp. This is only the blue floor. This is 3 cards on 1 floor in 1 state. The ex-ICE officer said, and I quote, "That's how I saw them treating people out of the Baltimore office. Bloop. Like they were animals in a cage at the zoo." They continued, "I am pro-deporting illegal immigrants. I have no problem with it. I just have an issue with the treatment and the abuse." Thank you for joining the revolution, ex-ICE agent. We appreciate the effort you have made. Now, Martina Martinez was a school teacher who was shot 5 times by ICE. And they, quote, said, "Do something, bitch," because they wanted to attack her and they wanted to shoot somebody because they're really great guys. Truly amazing. Hey, ICE, if you're watching. After she was shot, these little ICE diddlers sent messages to each other saying, quote, "Chief Bovino, Chief Banks, Sec known, and El Jefe himself supported the shooter." For those of you who don't speak Spanish, El Jefe means the, wow, I can't write, boss. Who is the big mafia boss of America? Well, he probably has a hat on his head that looks like this. Yeah, he's probably got a nose like that, little beady devil eyes, a jawline like this, and then this weird little V thing going on in his throat, and he paints himself orange. Can you guess the person? Other ICE agents said, "That's awesome, you did real good with heart emoji eyes. Wow, they're so loving and kind to their neighbors." Another one said, "Damn it, man, good shooting." After shooting an innocent woman 5 times. She survived, thank goodness, so she could tell her story. Unlike Renee and Alex. The response to the "damn it man, good shooting" from our shooter was LOL, gracias. Now again, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, gracias means thanks. You're welcome. Beep, 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 beep. This just in. We have to talk about some other important news besides the other important news and the incredibly important news. We need to talk about the Potomac River. Because there was a huge sewage spill. In fact, the largest one in American history. And it is still pumping out poop to this day. I think I need a better outfit for this. Well, thankfully, it has not damaged the drinking water yet. But if it did, let me tell you some of the diseases that come from drinking poop water. By the way, this would fall under environmental protections, which Trump has once again gotten rid of more of recently. So, diseases you can get from drinking poop water. E. coli. This would cause bloody diarrhea, severe stomach cramps, and vomiting. You can also get enterovirus, which is fever, runny nose, sneezing, cough, skin rash, mouth blisters, body and muscle aches. When I was working at a kitten shelter, there was a disease that a lot of kittens would get, which caused mouth sores and sores on their hand, their little paws. And it was really hard to take care of them because they couldn't eat. And we were constantly having to clean their mouths so that way their mouths could heal and they could eat. Nothing worse for a growing body than mouth sores. Probably diarrhea is a pretty good one too, actually. Giardia is diarrhea. And then hepatitis A. Just to throw that in there, dark urine or clay-colored poop, which as a ceramicist, what clay are we talking about? Red clay? Is there more iron oxide in it? If you're in Oklahoma, feeling tired, fever, joint pain, loss of appetite, nausea, stomach pain, vomiting, yellow skin or eyes, which is also called jaundice, you smart kiddos, you're so smart. Next, we have norovirus, which causes diarrhea, throwing up, nausea, and stomach pain. These are just some of the diseases you can get from drinking poop water, and we need to protect our drinking water because that affects our health. Thank you, Maha, for taking away our protections. So grateful that our environment is collapsing because of you. Now, you might be asking yourself, Calamity, if the Potomac River hurts people in D.C., wouldn't you be happy because then Trump was finally getting a taste of his own medicine, literally drinking our own shit? No. No, that does not make me happy. Because there wasn't just one. It's a little dick. It wasn't just one spill, it was 2! Because the first spill, they moved a canal so that way the poop went over here and not into the river, which is so contaminated that people literally, when they took measurements, saw flecks of shit in it. That's how gross it was. So they were trying to protect the river so that way maybe one day, far into the future, people could swim in the waters again and fish. You know, all I want to do as a countryman is fish. Well, you can't here. But unfortunately, there was a blockage of 2 of the pipes because of sanitary wipes. You got that correct. If you did not know before, you know now. Never flush your wipes. When it says non-flushable, it means non-flushable because it causes blockages. And the thing is, this system was built in the 1960s. That's a really old infrastructure. Yes, you're right. It is an old infrastructure. Under the Biden era, they were trying to fix all of this old infrastructure so this shit literally wouldn't happen. But Trump pulled back a lot of that stuff, so we continue to have 1960 problems in the 2026 era. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Let's learn more. Don't worry, Seamus, I was not going to forget about you. We have finally come to Seamus Culleton, an Irishman held in an ICE facility for 5 months, even though he is legally married to an American citizen and all of his paperwork is in order. Well, that can't be right. He is in facilities where torture is being reported. The Irish Parliament is actually having debates on their floor about Seamus because they care about their citizens no matter where they are in the world. And we clearly do not care to show good faith to Irish people. When I was a kid and we talked about racism, my parents always, without a beat, would dredge up how Scottish people and Irish people were treated as lesser than as well. And for a long time, I was like, well, yeah, but like in America, we're white. Apparently, we're not American enough, even though to be an American is to be an immigrant, unless you're Native American, which then our nation doesn't care about Native American people. Because if they did, then we would be listening to them. And we would now be putting concentration camps on their lands. To wrap this up, I'm going to read letters from children who are in ICE concentration camps right now. Hello, my name is Suje, and I'm 9 years old. I am from Venezuela. I have been 50 days in Dili Immigration Processing Center, and I want to go to my country. But I miss my school and my friends. I feel bad since when I came here to this place because I have been here too long. I have been 2 years and 6 months in the United States, and I was happy with my friends in the school, but now I need to leave. I missed my family and my country, so now I want to go to Venezuela. But my mom do not want to leave because she wants a better future for me. Seeing how people like me, immigrants, are being treated, changed my perspective about the US. My mom and I came to the US looking for a good and safe place to live, and my mom was looking for a good job. Hello, my name is Ariana. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Honduras. I've been detained for 45 days and I have never felt so much fear to go to a place as I have here. Every time I remind myself that once I go back to Honduras, a lot of dangerous things could happen to me. My mom and my younger siblings, haven't been able to see their mom in more than a month. They are very young and you need both of your parents when you are growing up. Since I got to this center, all you will feed is sadness and mostly depression. This is a 14-year-old, by the way. There have been reports of children themselves and talking about not being here anymore because of what we are doing to them in these camps. Because we are feeding them moldy food with worms, and the stress and chronic trauma we are inflicting upon them is causing chronic health conditions. I know about chronic health issues brought on by stress really well. I can attest that it is not a matter of willpower to push through the trauma. We just have to stop the trauma. That is the answer. Arrests are happening illegally. It's sad to hear that people are being denied and are getting sent back to their country place where they are escaping from and are looking for protected and want to feel safe. Not a lot of people know what it is happening in the centers where immigrants are placed at. I haven't been getting any school time. Every single person in here had their jobs, they have their lives. They aren't any danger for this country. I've been in this country for almost 7 years. And in those 7 years, my mom and I found a home and made a bigger family. I have never been separated from my siblings, and it's honestly sad because they are little and they need their mom and sister. Yeah, they are with their dad, but it's still different for them and my mom and I. Since the day my mom and I got detained in Manhattan, New York, my life was instantly paused. From my knowledge, You can't be under custody for more than 15 or 20 days. This child is correct. No child can be held in detention like this for more than 20 days. It's literally illegal in American law. We're here in Dili Immigration Processing Center. People have been in this place for 7 months, 5 months, 4 to 2 months. It is not fair that the ICE officers are not following the laws. All kids are being damaged. Mentally, they witness how they're being treated. They don't have schools, doctor, all they have are nurses. If you need medical attention, the longest you have to wait is 3 hours, but to get any medicine, pill, anything, it takes a while. There are various viruses, people are always sick, serious situations happen, and the officers don't take them seriously enough. There are no consequences. They don't care. Says a 14-year-old in the Dili concentration camp. This is a portrait. This is a family portrait by one of the children in the ICE concentration camp. Hola, me llamo Mia Valentina Paz Faria. Yo soy de Venezuela. Tengo 3 años. Viviendo en Estados Unidos. Tengo 7 años. So what she's saying is, hello, my name is Mia. I am from Venezuela and I've been in the United States for 3 years. I am 7 years old. She has been in detention for 70 days. She doesn't want to be in this place. She wants to go to school. She wants to see her grandparents. She doesn't like the food there. She doesn't like it there, she says again. She's very bored. She wants to leave. She wants to leave very quickly. This is the portrait of her sister, and her mother. This small child is in the Dili concentration camp and is only 7 years old. As an art teacher, it hits so hard to see all of their pictures and their drawings. There are some incredible artists who are locked in camps right now, and you better believe they're going to be making some goddamn amazing art when they're older. They deserve to be in school, learning. They deserve to be in a safe space. These are children. These are innocent children. And even young Liam, un poquito conejo, even he has been villainized after being taken out of the Dili concentration camp. Even after he became ill, after only being there for a week. There are still Republicans saying that he is a criminal. He's 5 years old. 5. When was the last time you looked at a 5-year-old walking down the street and you said, criminal, evil, horrible thing? When have you said that? Lo siento, los pequeños niños. Lo siento.